back to my channel. I've done my makeup today. Not very well, but I've done it. I just want to say the video I put up about anesthesia, anaesthetic, I'll link it down below. Go check it out before watching this one. Gives a bit more detail about what it actually is. But obviously at the end of that video, I was just fascinated with these real life stories. Like, how does this happen? But the more I was going into the internet about people's real life stories, about this happening, I felt sick. I did not realise how many people have actually told their horrifying stories, but it's weird. I thought, what better thing to do today, guys, than, wait for this, to read people's stories about their actual experiences. Let's have a little read through, and God rest. I woke up and they had already cut my throat. I felt pain, and I also felt the surgeon's leg against the back of my head. No one was looking at me. I could neither move nor make noise. My doctor didn't believe me until I told him after surgery exactly what he said. He dropped his pen in shock. It was a horrible, surreal experience. I could see what everyone in the room was doing. What? That is the first time I've fucking heard that bit. They can... Their eyes are open. She must have had her fucking eyes open. Like, she's on the surgery bed like this. Would they not just go and close their eyes during the surgery? This one is called Scalpel, Please. They were moving around and doing their things, and then all of a sudden I heard them say, "Scalpel, please." I just froze. I thought, what did I just hear? There was nothing I could do. I had been given a paralytic. Oh my god, how did I get B in English? Which is common thing they do when work on the abdomen, because it relaxes the abdominal muscles. So they don't resist as much when you're cutting through them. Unfortunately, the general anaesthetic, I said it right, hadn't worked, but the thing that paralyzes you does. I panicked. I thought this could not be happening, so I waited for a few seconds, but then I felt him make the first incision. I don't have words to describe the pain. It was horrific. I could not open my eyes. The first thing that I tried to do was to sit up, but I couldn't move. It felt like somebody was sitting on me, weighing me down. This is what I mean, like, they felt the fucking thing go into their stomach. This is what I said in my last video. Can you imagine sitting there and then they're like, "Scalpel, please." And then you're just like, wait a minute, I'm fucking awake. This one is titled, "One of the most frightening experiences I have ever had." I'm pretty sure this is probably the same for absolutely everyone else whose story I'm reading. This happened to me during a very long surgery. 8 hours. 8 hours. 8 fucking hours. You're paralysed, but you're awake. It was one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had. I was on my side as they were operating on my spine through my chest. I remember all of the machinery, plus it was cold in the operating room. After a short period of disorientation, I realised I could not breathe. There was a tube down my throat. I remember trying to grab the tube and pull it out. I only saw panic in the eyes of one of the doctors, and all of a sudden everyone seemed to be moving very fast. They quickly gave me more anaesthetic. I asked the doctor about it later, and he said it didn't happen, but I do not believe him. I saw and felt things that were real. This is what I fucking mean. They're trying to cover shit up. He literally, right, so obviously this story worked out good for him, I guess, because he was able to move. So when you go into surgery, obviously they have to make sure you can breathe properly, and they put a fucking massive tube thing. Like, it's not just a tube either, it's got Like, it literally inflates your throat. So obviously when he's come back around, he's probably thinking, oh shit, I can't breathe. Like, so he's gone to grab this thing out of his fucking throat, and all the other people in the surgery room are trying to say that it never happened. Why would someone say it didn't happen? Like, surely it would just be better just to say, look, you did wake up during the surgery, but I guess then maybe he could have sued them. But if they were all in this little thing together saying like, right, if we just lie and say that it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. Win-win. This is about someone who's experienced it twice. Right, so if you have experienced it one time, surely the doctors should think maybe she needs a little bit more. She experienced it when she was 3 years old, but she didn't feel anything, she was just awake. And it says she had another surgery at 16 years old. She was having surgery to correct some breathing problems. Oh no, I hate that. She could hear and feel everything. The doctors had no idea of what she was going through. I felt the surgeon cut through me and work to repair the problem. The pain was so excruciating that I was falling in and out of consciousness. It was terrifying. When I asked about it, they decided to test me. They asked me to describe any pain I had felt. The only thing I could remember was any time I felt a knife/blade cut me. Oh. Like, I've never been stabbed, guys. Like, I've never been stabbed, and I don't really want to be stabbed, but like, just like, you think that this isn't going to happen because you're under like anaesthetic, and they're just cutting away at you, and they're just cutting, and you can feel it, and you can't move, you can't defend yourself, you can't say, hey, I'm awake. This one is about someone actually being under anaesthetic when they're having their teeth removed. Quite interesting, really, because I've not actually seen any of these. I completely forgot, like, that is actually a surgery. This woman again started to panic when she heard the surgeon say, can you pass me the scalpel? Like, I think maybe, just use a different word, maybe just pass me that shiny thing. That would be worse. She was lying on the operating table for a tooth extraction due to an abscess. She began to count backwards from 10 as instructed. She then realised she could feel the trolley judder beneath her and hear everything in the theatre. Oh, you know, like, I don't know if anyone's had that before, but I've been in surgery to have teeth removed. And obviously they ask you to go, like, can you count back from 10? Or like when, because I was younger, they said to me, can you count how many cats your nan has? She has a lot of cats. So I just started counting like 7, 6. I think I made it to like 5 and I was just out for fucking ages. Like, I'm glad I didn't know this when I was younger, because I would have not gone in there. And then obviously you're meant to just drift off and not wake up until they want you to wake up again. But this poor lady, she feels the trolley moving. I could feel the surgeon leaning over me and push down on my body before pulling me up. Why was he pushing on your body? It felt as if my tooth was coming out of my foot, not my mouth. A searing pain shot up my body. It's a toughie, I heard him exclaim. I thought I was going to die, not because of the pain, but the fear. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And it later says that this experience ruined her life, and it's just really sad, really. I hope you enjoyed listening to more of them stories. They kind of freak me out more than anything, because they are scary. Like, imagine going into something thinking that you're in a safe place, nothing bad is going to happen, and then all of a sudden you're awake during fucking surgery. Give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to go subscribe to my channel, and if you like these kind of things, I will carry on doing them. But you guys need to let me know. You can't just sit there and expect me to read your minds.